Okay, what I'm doing here is a gigantic freaking experiment. Oh, and for the first time ever, I'm going to be showing you guys the intro screen, so about time I got around to that, right? Anyways, what I'm doing here is a test. You guys probably noticed there was some lag in the last couple parts I uploaded. I want to try and fix that. I think I can do that by recording 10 to 11 minute segments instead of doing like 15 or 20 like I was doing. Because I was usually recording 2 episodes at once on one file. So it might have been a little bit too much because of the capture card. Maybe it doesn't want to record that much. And maybe my laptop just hates me, I don't know. So I'm going to try doing shorter recording segments and see if this gives me a constant problem or not. And since this is just a test, I don't really have to worry about what the commentary is. Which means I'm going to turn this into a bitching video about Jay Naylor. Yes, that's right. Xander's in full effect here, people. Alright, so what I'm not going to do is beat the game again. But I will get these bolts. Too bad I don't have enough to buy any new armor. Whatever. I'm going to just bitch about Naylor and do the impossible challenge again. Maybe actually beat it this time since I know what to do. Alright. Now for anyone that watches my reviews, and I know some of you guys watch my LPs and my reviews, I've got a few of you that want to hear more of my actual Xander's reviews things. And I will be doing them, don't worry. I just need to get a decent camera for that. I'm almost tempted to do that. One of the other worlds, not get the camera. Anyways. I know I wasn't really clear on all the reasons I hate Naylor. So let's go over the list, shall we? Alright, first off, he's an egotistical prick. There's no getting around this. The dude thinks his work is perfect, and anyone that questions his work is a moron. This is the biggest reason people like me dig into him. It'd be one thing if he could accept that he's not perfect, because, let's face it, no one is. But no, he won't even consider taking any criticism from people. He thinks that their opinion shouldn't matter. That it's all about his work and his vision, even though his work and his vision may not be what's acceptable. I mean, I could make a freaking comic glorifying Nazis. I'd be hated for it. Naylor needs to realize this. On top of that, it's perfectly possible to ruin your own characters. It's been done before. Look at Metroid Other M. Oh, and I had to get in my Other M shot as well. It is my beating pinata for at least a few more months until I find something else even more atrocious to make fun of. Alright, getting back on track with Naylor, what else can I say about this guy? I mean, what else can I say that I haven't already? Oh yeah, lots. Let's see. I point out he's an egotistical prick. He's a lazy artist. This is just offensive to me as an artist in general, is that his work, it started out rough, and it started getting better, and you could see the effort he put in much early on. I mean, his writing was always questionable, but he put an effort into his artwork for a while. And then it started to degrade. That's not supposed to happen! And if you read his original life comics now, you can just see that. It's complete and utter crap by this point. Let's make sure I buy everything this time. I mean, his original life comics, the hands looked absolutely atrocious. Let's see, hands are atrocious. There's little to no backgrounds. I'm trying to think what else is there. It gets really hard to talk and bitch about Naylor while playing this game. Here, I'll go on auto. Crap. Let's see. Terrible backgrounds, terrible hands and feet. Copy and pasted expressions. It's very blatant. I've lost track the number of times that the exact image of a character With their eyes closed, drinking from a coffee mug has been used, most noticeably by Fisk. There's other offenses as well. Getting away from his laziness and his art degrading. Just terrible writing in general. The guy's a racist and misogynist, figure that one out. Unless he was born like last generation, I don't know how that should even be possible. Since women's rights have come a long way, and being racist when he lives in Georgia? Come on! What is he thinking? And there's examples of it around. Misogynism especially. I mean, take a look at any number of times that a woman just gets completely screwed over because maybe they're promiscuous. But guys never get punished for doing that. Ever. And I forgot that my shield gets shut off when I come up here, damn it. Alright, where the hell are... Thank you! Took long enough. But yeah. A woman decides to sleep around and she almost instantly suffers some consequences for it. A guy does it and nothing bad ever happens to him. Fisk. The character Fisk in general pisses me off. This is such an annoying little fan-based character and a personal fantasy. Naylor's not even trying to... No, he is trying to hide it. That makes it even worse. At least with, like, the comic stuff that I've drawn for Chuckles, I admit that's a fantasy. Naylor, he tries to deny any connection of wanting to be like the character he's created. Even though the character he's created is apparently a god that can never be killed and never even has to try to get a girlfriend. They always literally run to him. That's just bad storytelling. Not to mention the character is downright boring. When Fisk was a kid, he was actually interesting. He got into trouble, he did stupid stuff. He tried to avoid getting in trouble or being blackmailed by his own sister. Stuff like that. But as the character grew up, he just stopped showing any signs of emotion. Trying to be perfectly calm and logical in all situations, and it was dull and boring. Once again, that's not how you write a decent character. I need to stop using these shields, because they're just going to go away when I get sent up again. What else is wrong? Christ. There's too many things to talk about. Pretty much any chapter that he has written, I can pick apart and rip holes into. They're all that bad. I will admit chapters 1, 2, and 3 are probably the least offensive. 4 is where it really comes out that, oh my god, he's a psychotic, extreme right-handed conservative as well. And I really don't care what a person's political view is. I only take issue with it when they decide that the other side is the Antichrist. And in Naylor's case, he uses the other side to build a very weak straw man. Using straw man characters is the worst tactic you can for arguing a point. I'm facing completely the wrong way. And actually, I don't want to use that gun. I'm trying to think of what's going to be useful for the Megapede. But yeah, Chapter 4, he brings in this strawman character that's a teacher nonetheless. As a psychotic, economical extremist, environmentalist, liberal. That's brainwashing the children into thinking how America is evil and blah blah blah. You've all heard this crap before, I'm sure. And it's just so freaking stupid because it's bad storytelling. Especially whenever you look at some of the essays that Fisk writes to counter her point, which does nothing to help conservative views. Like saying, one of the essays said that the liberals should be, or the Indians, should be grateful to us for what we did to them. Because they were savages before we arrived and we civilized them. Yes, the Indians should totally be grateful that we completely stole their land from them. Naylor, you freaking idiots. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. That's just one chapter I can complain about. And I will. add in any number of questionable content this guy goes into. He blatantly has underage sex in his comic. And incest. Now, if that's not bad, I don't know what is. I'm up to 10 minutes, so I will be right back. Alright, welcome back to part 2 of the test, aka bitching about Jay Naylor. What was I just saying? Something about incest in his comics? Yeah. Oh, by the way, side note, I love that when I do my reviews, YouTube puts brainwashing underneath them for one of the suggested tags. Just thought that was cute. Man. Oh, a great example of racism is whenever, this ties in with the underage sex thing that he throws in the comic. Basically, Fisk ends up having sex with a little black girl. Throw in the fact that the girl initiated, so once again, it's not his fault. The girls just throw themselves at him, which is ridiculous. Add on the fact that she's also been abused by her father, who, obviously, of course, is black. He's also a complete womanizer, and he's #1 on the FBI's wanted list, complete with a terrorist name. Keep in mind that the time frame for this is about when Jimmy Carter was in office. Do you see what I mean by bad storytelling yet? And it just goes on from here. I can just keep finding more examples. The mother of Fisk and Lucy almost gets raped. The guy gets the crap beat out of him, rightfully so. And this is used to justify using violence. Okay, fine. In some cases, violence is justified. Basically, Fisk ends up taking out the guy with a baseball bat. I was fine with that. But after the criminal is in the hospital, and is going to be convicted, by the way, no matter what, there's more than enough evidence to lock this guy up. That's not enough justice in Naylor's head. So, friends of the mother come into the hospital, make a deal with the doctor, and blatantly murder this guy. And make it look like surgery on him was botched. Why? There was no need for that. He was going to jail. And trust me, he was going to get what was coming to him in jail. So, yeah, violence is okay sometimes, but whenever the guy's already hospitalized and going to jail, that's overkill. I just realized the incredible irony about me talking about violence and overkill when I'm playing this game. But, well, I don't have much of a choice here. These guys aren't exactly crippled and not posing a threat to me. There's no way I'm going to beat the impossible challenge. I can tell just by my health right now. I just did this as a test anyway, so it really doesn't matter. Let's see, are there any other major points I want to cover? Correction, I might actually win this after all. This might become a three-parter. Thanks, Xander. Thank. What else can I bitch about? There was one chapter in particular. It was the art chapter, where Naylor tries to pretend that he's an art buff. Cute, since he never went to college. He's completely self-taught, and no offense, but if you haven't been taught certain things about abstract art, you're not gonna get it. This is part of the problem. Naylor has chosen to interpret any abstract art as the creators not being creative, and they're relying on other people to drive their own interpretations from it. This is not true. Abstract artists very much have their own thoughts and meanings put into the work they create. You just have to think about stuff in a non-traditional way. Oh, objectivism. This is a huge thing. Naylor is an objectivist, which is pitiful and pathetic and shows what a little child he really is. Objectivism is basically a belief that you're the only one that's important. Everything you do should be solely about supporting yourself and having no consideration for anyone else unless it somehow benefits you. Read Atlas Shrugged. It's completely built around objectivism. And quite a few teenagers like it because, surprise, it gives them the excuse to be selfish little pricks. Any well-educated adult that reads that will shrug realizes what a complete... just what a terrible story it is. I mean, there's controversy around the book for a reason, and I considered actually reading it just so I could say I've done all of my research, until I heard that there's actually a monologue from a character named John Galt that goes on for 60 or 70 pages. Okay, Shakespeare was a master of literature. His longest monologues went on for about 5 minutes. When you have 70 pages of monologuing, you're no longer writing a book, you're shoveling an essay into your story. But that's a separate rant about someone else. And if you like the book, fine, but realize its flaws. And this goes to Naylor's fans as well. I don't care if you like Naylor's work, but do not encourage him to keep being the lazy artist he is. It's perfectly okay to like something but question it. It's like, I really don't care if people like Metroid Other M as long as they realize it's not perfect. I understand that Final Fantasy X, for example, is not perfect, but I still like that game. Use that, need to get a shield on so I don't die. Oh, great. Oh, wait, now I'm out of the shield. How many turrets are working? Yeah, it becomes a bit difficult to talk about one thing while playing this game. If I want to do a decent job, that is. Which is part of the whole reason behind the LP curse, is because you're not focusing completely on the game you're playing. Because you have to give commentary the whole time. I think I've said pretty much everything I can about Naylor for now, which is pretty good. I managed to keep it under 30 minutes. Hell, it's under 20 right now. Alright, I guess I didn't talk about other stuff. Let's talk about something that's actually related to the Ratchet and Clank universe, why don't we? Up your arsenal, I will probably jump into this after I do BioShock. No promises, but unless I get like some wild impulse to play some other game, it's probably going to be BioShock and then Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal, which, as I stated, has one of my favorite villains, Dr. Nefarious. I love my villains hammy, I really do. When they are over the top, I just love that in a villain. Probably because I'm just such a sucker for comedy in general. Alright, heavy bouncer, this will work. Dead. Up your arsenal, I will probably have a more complete LP of just because there's not as many side quests to do. There's like arena matches, and I think that's about it. They wanted to include a racing course, but they weren't able to fit it in. And I don't think there's any flying missions at all. Oh, wait, there are a handful of, kind of, siege missions. That's kind of what they're like. You'll be given a point to defend and kill all the enemies and keep them from getting to the point, that sort of thing. And goodbye to my last shield. Yeah, I wasn't looking up to pick up a new shield from one of the random supply crates I keep finding. Oh well, I've got most of my health and I've been saving most of my rockets for the centipede. And it's like damage. I can live with that. Thank you to whoever explained how this gravity chamber thing works. The only problem I have now, well, can I boot? No, I can't. So, I really am using the magnetic boots. I guess the chamber itself is completely magnetic. It just doesn't look like metal. Alright. The centipede. Oh, I am so ready for you, pal. Better take out your little cronies. And we gotta pause this right here. Welcome back to part 3. I will be trying to focus on killing the stupid centipede this time. Ow! If I don't die. Oh, hey, I already busted one of them loose. Sweet. Goodbye. Come here. Goodbye. I am not screwing this up again. I mean it. It's cool. I still got enough health. I hope. Die. Oh yeah. I think that's it. Haha! Oh, that is awesome. And I unlocked a new outfit for Ratchet from doing that too. Sweet. Alright, yeah, I have to upload this for sure now. I thought I'd just label this as a bonus vid. I might split it in 2 parts. Okay, let's get out of this. Now, I want to go and get some armor. Because I think I can afford something new now. This will also be a good test to see how many videos I can record in a row if I set them to 10 minutes. Also, I'm not sure if the video only lags like when there's a lot of explosions going on or what. I know some people like Ratchet have trouble when there's too much of a certain color on their screen, like red. He had a lot of problems recording Mario Galaxy whenever there was a lot of red on the screen. Like in the lava worlds. Nitsa Capri Sun has trouble when there's lightning flashes. At least he did in Wind Waker, but he hasn't in Final Fantasy 10. Where is my ship? There it is. So I don't know if it's just depending on what's going on the screen, if it depends from game to game, or if it's just my computer doesn't like me. You guys probably thought I had to go to this stupid snow world again to get my armor, didn't ya? Ha! No, I'm done. That world is done. For good. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to say about Naylor, but I think I covered most of the main points. Now it just gets down to talking about individual cases, like on a chapter by chapter basis, which I'll save for the actual reviews. I just tried to give you an overall view of what's wrong with him. He's misogynist, he's racist, he's egotistical, he's a lazy artist. And his fans do nothing to make him into a better artist. Or a writer, for that matter. Still, obviously can't afford that. And I'm just short of that. I'm gonna smash things until I have enough for that. I only need about 5, not even that much. And I've got more than enough left over to deal with you guys. Gadgets. Oh yeah. In Up Your Arsenal, the swing shot and this thing are combined into one gadget, so that's pretty nice. I probably realized there's too much switching back and forth going on. Come on, how much do I gotta smash? I think it's a little bit in fact, I know it's easier to earn bullets in Up Your Arsenal, as if it wasn't easy enough already. Basically, there'll occasionally be bolts you get that act as multiplier, or boxes that you can smash that multiply the bolts you gain. It also upgrades your armor, and it's a temporary effect thing, but it's pretty cool while it lasts. Come on, I don't need much more. Ha! Who needs a swing shot when I can just hover to it? Dead. Forgot about the one behind me. And there's a bunch of stuff down there to kill too. Okay, now I got enough for the new armor. Not like it matters because I'm done with this game. I'm just doing to show you guys it. Come on. And slightly better armor now. Alright, I'm pretty much done with this. See you guys for whatever I do next time.